Hi, this is a recipe for a caramel pudding, which is a very common dessert in Sri Lanka. I grew up eating this, but during lockdown, due to not finding ice cream, or when I ran out of ice cream, I decided to make this. So here is the recipe for my friends who requested for it. So for that, to make the caramel, I've taken about a cup of sugar, and I've added about 1/8 cup of water. I'm going to make the caramel, but I like the caramel quite dark, so if you like it a bit lighter, so you just have to remove it from the heat earlier than this. So I've just served it in a bowl, and I've put the rest aside, and now I'm going to make the cream, the caramel, the pudding itself. But I realized that I'm not wearing gloves, so I'm going to stop it, wear the gloves, and I'm going to start over again. So now I've got the gloves on. I'm separating the yolks and the white. You don't really need to do that, but I'm so used to taking like the thick particles from the the white of the egg while making the cake or anything like that. So I've taken about 4 eggs, a pinch of salt, mix it all well. And to this I'm going to add a can of condensed milk. I'm using a lighter version of the condensed milk, but if you are using thick one, like Nestle one is quite thick. This is a different brand, but this was the only thing that was available during lockdown, and I started using it, and I like the texture, so I'm continuing to use this one. But only the issue with this is that the proportion of the mix is 1 can of condensed milk and 1 can of water. But for this, the condensed milk is 1 can of condensed milk and 3/4 can of water. If we was to use 1 can for this lighter one, or even the Carnation Nestle's light condensed milk, the cream in the middle wouldn't set very well. It was still liquidy. So if you were to use a thinner version of the condensed milk, then it's best to use 3/4 of water, and then it's perfect. It sets well, the pudding sets well within 35 minutes of steaming. Probably sometimes it takes 35 to 40 minutes according to the hob that we're using. To this, finally, I've added about 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Now I'm going to put it into the bowl that I'm going to steam the pudding with. So I've got the caramel there already cooled down. So this, I'm adding the mixture. So I'm just straining it to make sure that I get a smooth texture and no bits from the eggs are left over in the mix, like so. And I'm going to steam it for about 35 minutes. Sometimes it takes about 30 to 40 minutes, so you can check in between to see whether it's set in the middle. And then but you can use any bowl that sits well within the steamer. I prefer this one. I had this one handy, and I prefer this one because it has handle, and it was easier to take it out. And I served it in a serving bowl while it's hot, so that the caramel doesn't stick to the pan. And I've set it in the fridge for about an hour or so, and I had it for my dessert. It was very tasty. Hope you get to try it, and do let me know if you have any questions. Thank you. Bye-bye.